What's going on, world? Yours truly, Cory, Sauce, Brown. We out here, we having fun. Let's show the world what we can do. So how I got my first professional look and everything like that was in the streetball realm. And so during the 90s and 2000s, the N1 mixtape tour was huge. It came on ESPN. I had a tryout. And so I tried out and then got on with some cities. I was an opposing player at first. And then afterwards, started traveling the world with them, and I got paid to bust people's ass and make them look like a fool. Break ankles, throw lobs, put on a show for the crowd. You see some NBA players using streetball moves, like if you see like a Steph or Chris Paul throwing it between somebody's legs, then it came from the streetball. So that's the positive note, that it came all the way up to the NBA, and the NBA is respecting it. Taking it back to the streetball days, there was a lot of great players, and a lot of great players that paved the way for the next generation, which was me at that time. Those guys, they put in work. And whenever I get on the court, it is what it is. I don't care if you're my friend, my teammate, anything like that. It's going to be a battle. When you're in those four lines, baby, the sauce is coming. And I've had a lot of streetball battles in the past. Whenever I was on the opposing team playing against the actual players, there's a lot of battles, especially a lot of people know myself and the Eminem of streetball. You know what I'm saying? And so if you know who that is, you should know. But it's all good fun, man. All good fun. But we want to go at each other. We want to go at each other, do our thing, and make some things happen. Some of my best ankle breaker moments, I would say, is there was this one time when I was in Asia, I crossed somebody so bad he came out of his shoes. Another one when I was in Australia, it was at a park takeover. I'm retired. I was retired then, but they brought me out of retirement. My cross dude so bad he kissed the earth, and crowd went wild. So there's a lot of good ankle breaker moments, which is good. But that came with over more than 10,000 hours, because once you've mastered something, that's more than 10,000 hours. And so I always put that work in. How I got into TV and modeling, it was one year whenever I was done playing professional basketball and I was on the off season. I got hurt in a pro-am game, and I'm watching TV and I'm looking, I'm just like, I could do that too. Like that doesn't seem that hard. And so I learned some traits, I learned some skills of the game of acting, and was studying some of my favorite people like Omari Hardwick. I was studying, the great Will Smith, the great Denzel Washington, the great Samuel L. Jackson, just trying to get different bits and pieces of actors and putting it into my own swag too as well. And so eventually I was able to get on a TV show with Kevin Hart, and that was kind of like my big break into the acting world. And I found that reality TV was my niche, and so I've done a lot more reality TV shows in the future. It led me to lead to some small roles in movies. I did tons of commercials. Now in these days, after my retirement, I am a basketball coach, and so basketball skills development coach, to be specific. My forte is helping the individual or the group develop their skills. And so I teach them how to be saucy, I teach them how to be legendary. And like I said before, boys, girls, young, older, all types of capabilities, all types of different backgrounds and demographics. I have them all in my Saucy Skills Academy. So a few different things that I go about is, one, love is love. And so the more that you spread love and the more that you spread good energy, the more that's going to be a domino effect to help somebody else. I come from a place that has Southern hospitality, and so just a smile to somebody, even if you don't know them, can help change their day just because somebody was nice to you. And last but not least, I would say you know, outwork at everything that you do. You know, I want to make sure that I do the extra mile, because that's when I know that I'll be on the top of that mountain. And when you're at the top of that mountain, you can't get knocked off. You might get some stuff thrown at your throne, but then you'll still be on top because you're putting in more work than everybody else. And so you're going to have some roller coaster moments, but know that at the end of that tunnel, if you're focused and you're driven and you're committed and you're dedicated, you know, then you're going to make it on top. I promise you. I promise you. So moving forward, what Cory Sauce Brown, yours truly, has coming up next. And so first and foremost, I'm increasing more programs in my basketball academy for the youth. And so if you're in Sydney, Australia, come holler at your boy, Cory Sauce Brown. I'll help you get your game right. Something else that I'm working on, I got a couple TV shows in the works, and then some more stuff that I'm doing content-wise for YouTube and for Instagram. And so just living the positive life here in this beautiful country, and just keep loving more, meeting new people, building network, building net worth too as well. And every day is a day to be better than who you were yesterday. Cory Sauce Brown. I think that's good. What do you think? That's good?